Hey guys, welcome back to brightnighttech. My name is Berto, and today we are doing part 2 of my Ironman helmet 3D print build. Last time I showed you the pieces that I printed out, and this time I covered them in wood filler and sanded them, so I'll show you that process. I didn't finish all the pieces because one's a little fragile and you guys will see it, but watch, let me know what you think. This is going to be a long project, so hopefully it works out, especially after all the mistakes I already made. But let's get right into it. Alright, so first step is to start sanding. One of the main different things that I'm doing this time is that I am sanding them separately, not together like I did with the Daredevil cowl. So after a little light sanding, I'm just going to start putting the wood filler on here all over the mask, and then once it dries tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start sanding. I only did a light sanding on the mask before putting this down, just because I'm going to be covering it up. It's going to be filling up those print lines anyways, so I'm just trying to save myself some unnecessary work. Alright, here we are, all done. Covered it as much as I could. Okay, now on to the rest of the piece. This is the jawline, I believe. So one thing about covering it with the wood filler is that you are going to fill in some of those fine details. Here I am. I did a little quick pre-sand on that and then put the wood filler on there. But like I was saying, you're going to lose some details. So you got to be careful and you got to be aware of what's under the wood filler. Okay, so here I am hand sanding it and then realizing that's an incredibly silly and dumb idea. So I grabbed my palm sander and just started going to town. That wood filler hardens pretty good, so you're gonna need something like this to do all that surface area. So as you can see, it's just basically taking down all that wood filler, and you're gonna try to get it as smooth as possible and fill in those lines. So then you can take a smaller or a higher grade sandpaper and do it even finer. I ended up just going over and over and over on these. Here I am, I'm just doing the finer part. So about losing that detail, now I'm taking this tack and I'm trying to carve out those lines again that I filled in with the wood filler. I suggest that you do this when it's still wet. Just go through those lines with that tack or a nail or something, and that way it won't harden into it. Basically here, I'm just carving into it. Alright, here I am just doing some kind of fine sanding. I had already taken this with my palm sander outside because, as you can see, there's a lot of dust that comes out of that. Definitely do that when it's wet. Do not wait till it's hardened and you have to carve into it. Alright, here's the main piece. This part is going to be a handful. I might break it. I'm not going to use the palm sander because it's so delicate. I really kind of screwed myself with this. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to do it this time. I'll do it off camera and then let you guys know for the next part of the video. For the next part of the video, I am going to do the Sandable Primer and then do more sanding, try to get it as smooth as possible. So make sure you stick around for that. But yeah, this is going to be a challenge. So yeah, this was just the beginning of the sanding process. I'm probably going to have to do this same thing about maybe 2 more times before we get to the Sandable Primer and then sand it down again and just trying to get it as slick and smooth as possible. Next time I'm going to try to work on the main piece of the cowl or the helmet. But like I mentioned, it's very delicate, so I'm not going to be able to use my palm sander, and it's a lot of surface area, so it's definitely going to take me a while, and I have to be very careful not to break it, or I'm going to have to print another one, and that's going to take a while. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions on how to expedite this, especially with the weaker part of the helmet. or if you've done this file before and you have any tips, let me know. Otherwise, keep watching and I'll show you all the ways I mess up. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about anything that I did, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications, and we will see you next time.